Most men fear silence. They see it as loss, as surrender, as weakness disguised as restraint. They believe if they don't speak, they disappear. If they don't explain, they're misunderstood. If they don't react, they've failed. So they rush to fill the space. They over-clarify. They over-defend. They overexpose emotion. Not because they are wrong, but because they are uncomfortable. Silence forces stillness. And stillness exposes who controls themselves and who doesn't. Words feel safer than silence because words feel active. They give the illusion of control. You feel like you're doing something, correcting, explaining, justifying. But every unnecessary word leaks information. Your intent, your insecurity, your emotional temperature. Silence leaks nothing. That's why it's feared. You can't read it. You can't steer it. You either respect it or panic inside it. Silence doesn't punish people. It removes access. And access is what most people feel entitled to. Your attention, your reassurance, your emotional labor. When you go silent, you revoke that entitlement. Without aggression, without accusation, without drama. And that absence creates pressure. The kind words never create. Because anger still engages. Arguments still connect. Silence disconnects. And disconnection is power. Silence turns people inward. Without your reaction, they face themselves. The anxious speak more. The insecure provoke. The manipulative escalate. Strong people pause, reflect, adjust. Silence doesn't confuse mature minds. It destabilizes weak ones. That's why some people hate it. It denies them control. They can't twist it. They can't bait it. They can't weaponize it. All they can do is reveal themselves. Anger still gives energy. Raised voices still give engagement. Arguments still feel alive. Silence feels like erasure. It says nothing, but communicates everything. It says, "You no longer move me." And that statement, unspoken, cuts deep. Because the deepest fear isn't being hated. It's being irrelevant. Silence makes people feel invisible, unimportant, unnecessary. That's why it lingers. That's why it echoes. That's why it hurts more than words ever could. Men break silence when discomfort rises, when uncertainty grows, when control feels threatened. They rush to restore balance, to be understood, to be chosen again. But composure under pressure is the real test. Anyone can speak when calm. Few can remain silent when emotional. Silence requires restraint. Restraint requires discipline. Discipline signals strength. Not loud strength, quiet strength. The kind that doesn't need validation to survive. In relationships, silence isn't cruelty. It's self-containment. When disrespect appears, words invite debate. Silence sets a boundary without negotiation. It doesn't argue. It doesn't chase resolution. It observes. Those who value you will reflect. Those who don't will push harder. Both outcomes give clarity. Silence doesn't destroy relationships. It filters them. What remains is real. What leaves was never stable. And clarity is always worth the cost. Silence isn't avoidance. It isn't punishment. It isn't emotional withdrawal. Used incorrectly, it becomes weakness. Used correctly, it becomes timing. You speak when emotion has settled. When clarity returns. When your words can't be twisted. Silence prepares the ground. Speech plants the truth. Men who speak less are listened to more. Because their words arrive with weight. Not urgency. Not fear. Wait. A man who masters silence becomes grounded. He doesn't rush outcomes. He doesn't chase validation. He doesn't explain his worth. He allows others to feel his absence. His composure becomes his presence. People lean in, not because he demands attention, but because he doesn't need it. Silence sharpens authority. It stabilizes identity. It protects dignity. It teaches patience. And patience outlasts impulse. Always. Silence hurts more than words because it cannot be manipulated. It cannot be reframed. It cannot be argued with. It stands firm without movement. And that terrifies people who rely on reaction. Silence isn't weakness. It's emotional sovereignty. It's knowing you don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to chase understanding. You don't need to perform strength. You embody it. You move when it's time. You speak when it matters. And until then, you remain unmoved. If you made it this far, it means you're not here for noise. You're here because you understand that discipline is built in silence, not applause. If this sharpened your thinking, stay. Not out of habit, but out of alignment. Like the video so it reaches men who need it. Subscribe if you're building control, self-respect, and clarity without excuses. We don't post often. We post with intention.